Hi, juniors. You are facing the final year of high school. And this is the time that you can choose electives, so half your courses if you would like, for your senior year, which means you get 2 different options for English. And then, of course, we also have some full year courses. We're going to start with the elective courses, and those are going to be introduced and explained to you by actual students who are in those classes right now. So here we go.
Talk about, or more like argue about, topics that you never talk about anywhere else, from very controversial topics to something as simple as chocolate versus vanilla. You really kind of dig into everything, and it taps into a part of your brain that is completely not used at all throughout the school day.
Honestly thought it would be easier. It's not easier, but in a good way. It feels like you're actually learning useful skills in life, like public speaking, and you learn to think of an argument on the spot.
Hi, my name is Cynthia.
And I'm Danny, and we are in Bible as Literature. I love Bible as Literature because you're able to be introspective about your own life with a text that is foundational to our own culture.
You would like Bible as Literature if you have difficult questions that you need answers to.
So my favorite thing about this class is the creative freedom that it gives you to really express your personal style through writing, while also continuing to challenge you and push you to explore new styles and really incorporate your own thoughts and ideas with your friends and with new people that you can meet in class. And I really enjoy the collaborative setting that's in class, because you can completely work individually while also getting ideas and pulling things from your classmates and your teacher and fun examples that we get to look at.
In middle school and high school, we usually only learn 1, maybe 2 ways to write, and this class challenges that so that we have a better perspective of every other kind of writing that we can do and every other writing that we might do in college, and gets you more prepared for other formats and types of writing.
Be able to experiment with different types of writing styles, like op-eds, or different types of creative writing, like writing your own stories with the beginning, middle, and end. And just being able to experiment with this will help you prepare for college, for a bunch of different types of writing styles you're probably going to have to write with, because you're not sure what you might have to do in the future. So that's why I believe that you should be able to take college prep writing.
One thing you wouldn't know about the class is that it talks a lot about morality issues in the world today. Overall, it's really interesting. There's basically no homework, and the homework that you do get is just reading a chapter or reading a short story every day. You could also read awesome stories, like stuff written by Stephen King, etc.
You would like contemporary fiction if you like reading books that are new and haven't really been seen before, and you like discussion and talking with your friends about all of this interesting literature that I really wouldn't have read if I didn't take this class.
It's just kind of this sense of creative freedom, which I know sounds a little bit silly because it is creative writing, but because writing as a whole is like an art, and art is subjective in any way, there is really no rules that you have to follow as long as you can explain yourself well enough in your writing.
Creative writing teaches you a lot about real-world problems you'll face outside of high school and how to deal with them, and how to tell your opinion without hurting other people's opinions.
And you don't only have to write essays or read books like every other English class, and you also get to talk and write about many different topics of your choice and not only ones that the teacher chooses.
Creative writing after high school is important because stuff like resumes, CVs, reports, everything you do in a workplace isn't just logging data. A lot of it has your own creative touches that you need to put in. Creative writing is there to help you figure out your own creative touches and how to use them to the maximum degree possible for success.
Creative writing helps you express yourself and be creative, how to interact with others, and overall it just will improve your life skills.
It really is for any skill level, whether you do creative writing a lot in your own time or you're a complete beginner and are just looking for a way to see what skill level you're at and look for improvement. This class will improve you at, I believe, any level, and you'll get great feedback from your peers. You'll learn really important skills for the future.
The class is really an immersive experience to where you get to learn about the culture of your peers and the culture, the religions in your community, which really helps you connect with your community.
You learn about different religions that you probably never even heard of or even talked about. and we are quite interactive. We do yoga a lot during certain units. We learn about major and minor religions.
For me at least, I only know about one religion, my own, and this class really helps me understand multiple religions, so really opens up my eyes to figure out why people do certain things, and just all around makes me a better person.
I feel like this class is really good for people who like analysis. So rather than just watching a movie for the sake of watching it, I feel like really diving in deep about what that movie means and the sort of themes behind it. If you enjoy doing that, you'll really enjoy taking this class. It's also good for people who like discussion a lot. We discuss and debate things a great deal in this class. Your teachers, I have Mr. Curry, but teachers for this course really will push you to your limits and debate with you on topics that you seem sure about for yourself, but really they might make you think about it in a different way. So even if you don't have interest in film, taking this class can be beneficial because of the philosophy side of it. So philosophy, I didn't really know much about it going into the class, but we've learned a great deal about ethics, morals, things that seem so simple to me, but I had never really thought more in depth about. And I feel like that's something you can apply to a lot of areas of your life.
You would like taking social justice literature if
you like history overall and you want to see how history can be reflected on our society today, currently, looking at all the times that we have. And if you just like to see how history can be implemented in our society, how they come together, this is a perfect class for you.
The class is essentially about taking information from the past and using it as a lens to examine current social issues.
Alright, so a normal day in our class looks like this. We come into class, make fun of the teacher a little bit, he makes fun of us. We sit down, he goes over what we need to do for the day, and we just do the work. We can ask him anything we want. We talk to him like he's one of our buddies. We certainly have the respect for him and he has the respect for us. But it usually happens when something serious is going on, but when everything is calm, we just act like we're all just one big family in the class.
This class is the perfect training ground for aspiring public speakers, entertainers, and even people interested in business, marketing, sales, advertisement, or broadcasting. It'll provide you with the essential skills that you need to sharpen your stage presence, speaker etiquette, and interpersonal communication in general. It gives you the platform to teach a group of people about something, introduce ideas that you have, share an experience about something that shaped you, defy a stereotype, or simply speak on something that you're passionate about. It's tough to get up and speak by yourself in front of a bunch of people, but that's why there's such a rewarding feeling after you do push yourself out of your comfort zone. This was the only class in my entire high school career that I was actually excited to do the homework for, so it truly is a one-of-a-kind experience.
AP Lang, every day we start off with the question of the day to get our mind off things, and then after that we like to come together as a group to discuss texts and pieces that we've read. Right now we're reading David and Goliath, which is a nonfiction book, and so we're discussing that, and that's a lot of fun.
You liked taking World Lit and would like to continue on the synthesis you learned and move into things like rhetorical analysis, which we do a lot of. You might also like the group-based work. We do a lot of collaboration with our peers and a lot of discussion.
One thing that may not be apparent from the title of AP Lang is that we also focus a lot on current events and things that are happening in our world right now. So we read texts that have important language characteristics and we learn how to write in the same style as some of these writers, but we also connect these to things that are going on today in our lives.
AP Lit is a wonderful class if you are a big reader. We also do writing and we analyze different texts. We read Hamlet by Shakespeare and Margaret Atwood and Nabokov and a lot of classic texts, and it's just a great class if you like reading, writing, and adding your own opinion to the text that you read.
This course is going to prepare you really well for after high school, especially if you're considering taking some college English classes. Being a very high-level English course, it'll teach you to read, interpret, and dig into very difficult texts, and then write and analyze them.
In AP Seminar right now, we're working on a group project
where we're looking at different perspectives of the Taliban and the way that they've affected women socioeconomically. So that's a really cool project that we're looking into. So if you're into like group work and like looking at different people's perspective, it's a really good class for you.
We learned a lot about more global issues and different perspectives from those global issues that I wouldn't have previously been aware of before taking the class.
AP Seminar is a very research-based class. There's a lot of independent work that goes into finding and learning about a topic of your choosing or a group's choosing. It's a very fun class.
Through the course, you will grow bonds with your classmates and strengthen your presentational skills, along with make new bonds while working in groups with each other.
You'll be doing research and then you'll be presenting your research in a presentation.
This class is super beneficial for life after high school because it's going to prepare you for research studies you can do in your undergrad studies or graduate.
So AP Research is a really great class that will help you prepare for life after high school by teaching you essentially how to conduct a research study. It teaches you critical thinking and how to analyze academic high-level sources on niche topics that you might not have learned about in your sort of generalized education from high school. So every person picks one research topic and then they really focus on that throughout the year. So for example, I'm doing a study on transgender representation in mainstream media, but I have a friend who is doing research on how coffee chaff might be able to be used as fertilizer.
And this class is pretty unique because it acts sort of like a pseudo-professional workplace. It's not always your typical English class where you're reading and writing essays and stuff like that. It's more collaborative and you're working as a team to create a final product, which is our school's magazine, The Scratching Post.
We don't really follow a curriculum in our class. We get to write about things that we're interested in. Like last month, I got to write about different coffee reviews and chai tea latte reviews. We get to write about news articles and stuff that's going on in the school, which I feel like with a lot of other classes, you have to follow a certain curriculum guide, but we get to learn a lot of different skills that we get to use in our everyday lives, like independent work, working with partners, and collaborating with others.
Welcome back. So there is one other full year course that is available for seniors. That is our English Lit and Comp course, and it is designed for kids who plan to go to CLC or another junior college and wouldn't mind some extra help with those reading and writing skills that are needed to do well in the comp courses there. So what you do need to know as well is that if you get a C or higher in our course here, you do not have to take any test in order to get into the normal English 101 courses that they offer at most junior colleges. So that's it. So we have our full year courses, we have the electives, and hopefully you can find something that interests you and that you get to choose yourself for your senior year. So if you have any other questions, just ask another student. They'll definitely tell you what's up, or talk to any teacher that teaches the class, or actually all of us know about them. So contact us when you want, and we will see you at registration, and have a good rest of the year. Thanks.